Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that you could make it. Dear friends, I'm so excited to be streaming art today. Like, genuinely excited, genuinely happy, and I'm so happy to see all of you. I hope that you guys are having an okay week. My week has been kind of so-so. We did make it for the gaming stream, though, on Wednesday, so that was good. Yeah, we're working on some art today. So, hello everybody. It's so good to see everybody. This is great. I'm so happy. I figured out, when I say I figured out how to get line of action on the screen, what I mean is I realized that I'm just streaming a certain screen. I'm streaming my tablet screen, so there was really no reason why I can't just dual window it and have line of action on the right as a reference. So, that's what we're doing. I have selected models with clothes because I don't want YouTube to spank me. So, there will be no, like, nudity for this one. And then after that, we will be working on some Rings of Power art and chatting and hanging out. So I'm just gonna start with warm-ups real quick, and my toolbar is all messed up. What is going on here? Oh, goodness. I can't work like this. Oh no. Hang on, what's going on here? Is it just, wait, I might just be stupid. Hang on. Oh no. What? It never looks like this. I don't know what's happened. Oh my gosh, bear with me. I'm so confused. I think it's just wider. I think that's it. That's it. And with my lack of object permanence, I can't tell what my tools are. So we'll just work with it like this, I guess. Very odd. It's probably because I have it in windowed, and I never have it in windowed. So when I swap over to painting, it'll be fine. Yeah, YouTube is ridiculous sometimes. I did look up like what the artistic nudity policy was, but oh, Ellie is here to help to fix my clips. Oh my gosh, thank you. She's fixing it for me.
Yeah. Sorry, I hopped on your stream and saw you suffering.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know what button I pressed. Okay, Ellie to the rescue. She's fixed my clip, so now I can actually work. Yeah, I looked up what their artistic nudity policy was on YouTube, and I was like, this is so vague, I don't want to mess with it, and I do not want to get spanked. So, we're just gonna go with some non-nude models, but I'm gonna start with spirals like I always do. And then we'll go into line of action, throwing poses at me. My goodness, there's my pencil. It keeps moving. I keep accidentally doing that to myself. There we go. So, yeah, I hope everybody is having an okay week. It's been a week of chronic illness and chronic pain for me. So, that's it do be like that sometimes, but it's okay. It's been slowly improving. The beginning of this week was quite bad and I really couldn't do anything, and it has slowly been improving over the course of the week. I think part of it was I was just forgetting to take my B12 supplement and I started taking my B12 supplement again, and a lot of things sorted themselves out. So very important. If you don't eat a lot of meat or a lot of animal products, please remember to take your B12. Yeah, but it's all right. I did get a lot of writing done, despite it, so I'm very pleased with that. I have about a half-written Partake chapter and a half-written Boundless Sky chapter now. So I've been hitting my word count goals mostly, and I'm very pleased with that. Okay, I think that's enough spirals. Let's do some squiggles. And if you guys hear any mischief in the background, it's because my orange cat is in my room with me right now, closed in. He generally doesn't like that. Right now he's vibing on the windowsill, but my other cat was beating him up earlier. So they need a break from each other. Alright, and some lines. See how good my lines are today. Oh, not great. Not as bad as they could be, though. Yeah, kitty. They're great. I do love them. But my poor orange boy tends to get bullied a lot by his sisters. Because he doesn't really know how to defend himself. And so he doesn't really understand that that the whole world is not his friend. And he has a bad time understanding boundaries. So he gets his ass whipped a lot by his sisters. Okay, we're gonna do some circles. And I'm just trying to get them round and to close them where I started. And I'm gonna start from, I'm not doing very well with these. I'm gonna start from different directions in different places. And this is really like an eye-hand coordination exercise more than anything else. Or I should say like an eye-wrist, eye-shoulder exercise, because that's what you should be using when you're drawing your circles. But we'll do a page of circles, we'll do a page of squares, and then I will start on my models here. Okay. I will say, the one thing the streams have been so good for is, I mean, A, forcing me to do art regularly, so I don't have long stretches of dry spells, but also helping me to remember how good it is to warm up. Because I never used to, and it's very important, and it really does make a difference. So the squares are, I mean, they're an eye-hand coordination exercise. They're also an exercise in parallel lines. So that's the other thing I'm trying to focus on, is keeping the sides here as parallel as I can. And not always starting in the same place. I'm glad it's cool to see how I warm up. There's, I feel like I need more variety sometimes in my exercises. I'm always on the lookout for new ones to do. So, if anybody has ideas or suggestions on warm-ups, greatly appreciated. Okay. So we've done all that. I'm feeling much more limber and focused. So we're gonna go on to my figures here. And the first ones are gonna be very, very quick. And then it's gonna slowly build up in length as we go. And, oh, I always struggle in being quick enough with the first few, because I just am not in the right brain space It always takes me a while to get there. Oh, come on. There we go. Now it should be. So I suppose I've cheated a little bit with this one, since it was paused. It's okay. The next few will not be so kind. Okay. I feel like the one thing that the gestures, I mean, aside from speed, they're so good for focusing on looking at your subject rather than looking too much at your sketch. Ooh, cross-hatching to try and make parallel lines at a uniform distance apart. I should try that. Because I'm not very good at... My cross-hatching is always so ugly. So that would be actually a very good thing for me to practice. I have this very bad habit of cutting people off at the feet. And really that means that I'm just not placing my subject on the page very well, if that makes any sense. And I really need to practice doing that. See right here, I've only placed half my subject on the page. And really what I should be doing is placing the whole thing at once so that I can understand spatially how they're going to fit onto this sheet of paper. And I have not done that. And I'm already running into issues. But, you know, we're already moving on, so it's fine. We'll try better for this one. Yeah, I also really love good cross-hatching in other people's work. I think it's so good. Like, it's so nice to look at, and it looks so good. So I'm gonna try to get the general shape here so that I make sure that I fit him on the whole page here. And I don't... Oh, I've already messed this up because I didn't do the head. Oh. We'll get better. We'll improve. It's okay. Gosh, I'm struggling with that. Okay. Interesting latex human. That's all right. Sometimes you get really strange things when you do have models who are clothed. I think there are more strange things on modeling websites when there are clothes than when there are not clothes. But again, we're trying to not get spanked by YouTube, so. Oh my god, I need to get the whole subject on the page before my timer runs out. Ooh. It's like gestures are great for learning how to place your subject on the page. They're great for learning about the relationship of all of the parts to each other and all of the parts to the whole, if that makes any sense. Okay, this is better. I'm trying to do longer lines. So I know that the feet have to be here, and the head has to be here, and so I have to make everything else fit within that. I'm gonna try to get the spine in. Pelvis. And again, there's no time to erase with these, so if I mess it up, I just have to draw over it. And I will have more time to make these better as we go on, because the length should get better. Okay. Yeah, clothes are the weird things. And as I will have more time, I will start doing things like measuring angles with my pencil, etc. Right now, it's just a sheer panic. And they will be very ugly. There's so much foreshortening in this pose, wow. Okay. Okay, some slightly longer timed ones. Get a little bit easier here. I've seen several of this guy doing various lasso pulls and poses on Line of Action, and I don't know who he is, but I do respect the vibe. Oh my god, I have 15 seconds left. Ah! And there he is again, with more rope. Very odd. Gotta respect the dedication, though. Also, he has lovely muscles, and I must say that. Oh, he's headless. All right. Once I found a reference for a naked lady holding a rubber chicken like a machine gun. Yeah! That doesn't even sound out of place to me, honestly. Because that seems like such a... yeah, no, I completely believe that. I feel like I have found similar, very odd things. But I just am forever grateful to the models who choose to put themselves out here and model for artists so that we have references. I'm forever so appreciative. Other great places to find references, not necessarily for gesture drawing, but just for art pieces. Some of my favorite references, I was just talking about this with my roommate, Ellie, who's also an artist. Some of them, honestly, are from plays and ballets, in terms of getting interesting poses with a lot of passion and emotion and movement behind them. So many of them, for me, have come from plays and ballets. Oh, I love this one. This is nice. What a great photo. The thing I always do find myself doing, though, with plays and, well, with ballets, not with plays, is having to adjust the body type. Because ballerinas have a very specific body type that most of my characters just do not have. So, that is one thing. But in terms of getting a pose, getting expressions, they're so good for that. Okay, we're gonna get the head in this time. I am not gonna cut off this person's head. This is also an interesting pose. Yeah, I assume that, like, these shoots have directors for some of them and that some of them are professional. But I also know, like, that there are just a lot of people who this is what they do for a living, is life modeling. And, so they always have, like, a repertoire of poses that they just go through. So spine comes out like that. And I'm like struggling with this one, honestly. Well, it's gone. Right. We'll do 2 more. And then I will move on to painting today. I've cut off her feet again. Maybe I just need to make my canvas longer next time, and that will help me avoid cutting off people at the feet. Could be worse. I could be cutting them off at the knees. I used to do that all the time because I just didn't know about I could not figure out how to draw leg proportions. But that was back before life drawing classes. I love this model because she's like all angles. And it's so fun. I feel like her poses always really encourage me to use strong lines. Actually, that shoulder needs to be lower, like down there. I'm going to cheat a little bit and pause it so I can lasso. So I can give this poor woman feet. And also I think that her thighs need to be a titch longer. Okay. Oh, I have quite a lot of time for this one, actually. That's nice. Which means we can kind of get into some shading, some values. Got it. The light is coming mostly from here, a little bit from here, but it's like kind of behind her. Gesture drawing, I would recommend just trying it out. Honestly, if you haven't done it yet, it's great for warm-ups. It's great in general. I had never done it before I took a life drawing class because it had just never. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did gestures as basis for sketches, but I never did gestures in of themselves as a pursuit. If that makes any sense. And I feel like, okay, on the one hand, they're not really a pursuit, but they are, there's an art to the gesture, and there's also so much that a gesture can teach you. And there's so many different kinds of gestures, too. And I feel like building up paintings and building up poses just became so much easier after I learned how to do gestures. And they're still not perfect, and I still don't really like them, as in my own. I love other people's, but there's something about my own that I'm just like, blech about. Okay. And actually, I think that's going to be the last one that I do. That was quite long. So, we'll close that up, make this guy full screen. I have a problem. Actually. All right, give me just a second, guys, because I'm having a Clip Studio issue again. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Crisis averted. Just had this, I couldn't get to my paintings and stuff. Okay. Funny because I don't actually know how I fixed it, which is going to be a problem if it's ever going to happen again. Ellie came and helped again. Oh, alright. Having all sorts of issues today. But anyway, so we are back with La Belle Dame Sans Merci, which I have not worked on in so long. I don't actually know how long it's been since I've opened up this file, but I was like, maybe this would just be a good thing for me to work on stream, because it'll force me to actually make progress. And I kind of am not mad about the fact that I have not looked at this in so long, because I'm already catching and seeing a lot of mistakes. So, like, especially in the hands, these are some AI-ass looking hands. So, there's going to be a lot of mistake fixing, and just, I'm painting, I'm rendering, yeah. So I've got my reference here, and then my painting. And, oh, I've opened up the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. Have I? Maybe I just saved it incorrectly. Because this is not the Clip Studio file. Okay, hang on. This ADHD brain. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Again. Alright. Okay, we're back. We're back. I found it. I found my actual file. God. Thank you for bearing with me today, you guys. Yeah, AI looking hands. That's what we're dealing with. So, yeah. Anyway, this piece felt very them. This was picked a very, very long time ago by a poll that I ran. And I just have not finished it, and I need to work on it. So that's why I'm doing this today. So, and I have the benefit of a lot of new brushes. So I'm trying to remember what's on what layer here. Okay, good. I did have the wherewithal to put the background on a separate layer so that I don't mess up anything. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my fixes on a new layer. And just kind of start painting, what am I trying to say? Behaving as if this is a dry painting and starting to go over it and fix things. And like I can already see here, I might even do some blue sketches first or some green sketches. Because I'm already seeing here, for instance, where's my pencil? Like in the reference, the lighting and the direction of his torso is very different. So I need to change that before I get into anything else. So like that's a significant difference in where things are. And then this arm I don't think is too bad, but I really do need to fix these hands. There's just a lot of little corrections that I think need to get made here. And I've got something that needs to come down here that I've never painted in. And the other thing I need to do, and I probably won't do that today because I'll have to look up references, I really want to get Finn Arfin's crest sigil thing on this part of the horse tack. So I obsessively drew hands for a while, but they still don't look great. Listen, Leo, if you look at like Leonardo da Vinci's paintings, a lot of them hide hands. And I think just hands, there's so many moving parts, and I know a lot of artists really like drawing them. I'm not one of those artists. But yeah, these are just not very good hands. So I'm gonna have a lot of fixing to do. The rest of this I don't think is too bad. There's just some changes that need to be made. I think also in the angle of Galadriel's face as well. Needs to go up like that a bit more. The ear is fine. The hair I'm happy with. Besides, I need to do more detail and more render on it. And the general shape of the hands is not bad. It's just my render is giving me AI right now. So, do I have my pencil lines on another layer? I don't. Okay. Or are they under everything? Or do I just not have pencil lines? This is the problem. It's been so long I can't even remember. I think maybe I've just been painting straight over my pencil lines. Okay. So I'm gonna do a new layer. And I'm gonna start fixing some things. And painting. Love that for him. Dodging his responsibilities like they were coming to collect. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Ever After, the movie. It's a Cinderella tale that's set in Renaissance France. Extremely good. It's my favorite Cinderella adaptation ever. Their representation of Leonardo da Vinci in that film is permanently ingrained on my brain. He's so goofy. I love him. Okay. Let's get in here. See what we can do. I'm going to pick out a different brush than I was originally working with, because I've really been vibing with some of these other painting brushes that I've been using lately. Because I like the texture that they give. And we're just gonna go in and work. I don't expect that I will finish this today. I mean, I might, and that would be awesome. But I just hope that I will make some measurable progress in the painting. Ooh. Go. Okay. And then I need my shading color. I'm gonna lighten it up just a titch. The Da Vinci I'm most familiar with was in the holodeck and Voyager. I don't think I've actually seen that, honestly. Oh, I'm so glad so many people have seen the movie. I love that movie so much. It's so good. And I just love they let Henry be kind of an asshole, and then he gets better. And I feel like not enough films let their characters be assholes anymore. I don't know if that's like a crazy thing to say, but I really feel like they don't. I see it a lot in fanfic because of the enemies to lovers trope, but I feel like I don't see it in films enough anymore. Because I think they're too obsessed with like having likable characters. And sometimes that's not as interesting. Sometimes I don't want a character to be likable, and I don't need them to be. I just need them to be interesting. Let's see. I feel like I still want this to come up. I feel like the angle of his collar still isn't quite right. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's better. The darker color in again. And we need to shade here. Yeah, that's already, it's not pretty, it's not anywhere near rendered, but it's already better in terms of angles and shapes. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so now the light is coming like, come on. It's coming like that direction. So his face on the front is lit, and then her chin underneath should be lit. I love Angelica Houston's performance in Ever After. It's so perfect. Like, slightly campy, but she's complex and witty. It's so great. Yes! And I think one of the lines that from that film that I think was so good and stuck with me forever, like since I first watched it as a kid and is just stuck in my brain, giving me brain rot, is the part where Danielle, like, it's near the end of the film, and Danielle asks her, like, was there ever a moment, even in its smallest measurement, that you love me at all? And she just, the stone cold answer of, how could anyone ever love a pebble in their shoe? That line got under my skin and rewired my brain. It's so good. Like, it's evil. It's so good. And I don't know. I felt like her performance was really human. It was campy, but there were parts of it that felt very human in a way that I feel like I don't often see with the wicked stepmother in the Cinderella tale. There's just something about it. Yeah, that's better. The collarbone would be lit. And I need like more strong lighting on the cheekbones here. Yeah. And I'm gonna soften up this pink just a touch before I go in with it. I think I want to use, I might try out this. Ooh, that's way too big. This softer brush. Just go in real light with it. But what I'm noticing in the painting over here, let me see if I can zoom in, is that the way that I'm perceiving that this color here and here is that there's a bit of green in it. So I'm gonna use a bit of green and just try and see if I like it. I feel like the shadows in some areas are more green than they are anything else. And that kind of makes sense, honestly, because of the ambient lighting. There's so much greenery around them that there would be some green in those shadows, I think. Especially like also here under his neck, I'm kind of perceiving this color as green. It's too dark. And then there's blue as well. Okay. And I think the lightest area is here. Hilary Duff Cinderella. Oh, I feel like that just unlocked a core memory. Oh, man. It's been a while, man. Oh, and the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I don't think I know the Brandy version of Cinderella. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. But yeah, the one that I grew up with was Ever After, and then there was the Chinese fairy tale version, which was really good. But that was like the reason I remember that one so well was because it was in a picture book and it was really prettily illustrated. And I just fell in love with the illustrations as a kid. Let's see, I think I'm gonna use my square painting brush to go over this here. Gonna up the amount of paint on it. This little guideline here. If I can. Wait. What? Did I draw that? What layer did I draw that on? Oh no. Ah. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to paint over that so it's not affecting my... Did I really just draw all of these? No, I didn't. Okay, I draw some of the guidelines on the regular painting. I think what I'm gonna do is go on another layer and paint over that. There. And then this should look better. Yeah. Going through a severe ugly stage, but that's fine. Because we'll fix it later. Brand new version is the movie of the stage musical. Okay. Ooh, that's awesome. That sounds really good. I'm gonna have to go look that up and watch it. See if I can find it anywhere. Okay. Zoomed out, that's already better. Then I like this better, but I need to get some of the roundness back in her face. So we're gonna go in with our blush color and see if we can do that. And then I think the other thing is that the chin shape isn't quite right. So I'm gonna take my hair color and adjust that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I am kind of glad that I'm coming back to this, after letting it sit for so long, also because my art skills have improved since I started it. And so I've learned so much, because I think I started it literally like last year. So there's been so much that I have learned that will help me to finish it and to be happy with it. Ooh, Julie Andrews originated the RNH roll. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay. I think what I might want is a sideburn of some kind. We'll paint one in and see if we like it. that the elves in Rings of Power, like, technically, I don't think any of them have sideburns. It was such an odd choice. I don't know why they decided to shave everybody's sideburns. It looks very strange. But that was a thing that they decided to do. Yeah. I like that better. I have a shaved head right now, as you guys can see by my profile, and I did the last time that I was going to shave my head. Before I shave the whole thing, my hair gets very fluffy and it just kind of grows straight out from my head. So I just shaved the sideburns to give myself the Rings of Power elf haircut. Looks so stupid on a real person. I try not to rag on the show too much because I do love it. And in general, I think the costumes were made with love. The sideburn choice irks me. Especially certain characters like Gil-galad. They shaved his sideburns so high. It looks like he has an undercut underneath that wig. It's so strange. It makes his head look weird. I don't know why that choice was made. I don't know why they decided that elves don't have sideburns. I think it's the lack of like facial / body hair, maybe, was the reason the choice was made. But it's very odd. It's very, very odd. I think I need to pull the hair more. I don't hate it, but I think I need to pull the hairline more. Like that. Yeah. I already like this a lot more. Yeah, it works on Adar, I agree. Because of the scarring, and it does read as scarred skin not letting the hair grow. I completely agree. Adar looks great. I have no complaints about him. But like, oh, I do find it very interesting that the long hair versus short hair seems to be a fashion trend. Purely because a lot of the older elves have longer hair, and a lot of the younger elves have short hair. And so that reads the choice, especially knowing what we know now about what they're choosing to do with the Anatar hair and makeup. How the newer Anatar in Eregion next season is going to have short hair, but in flashbacks earlier he's going to have long hair. So I think, to me, it really reads like they're trying to like give a sense of there's changing fashion trends. Oh, but Gil's hair is a disaster. I completely agree. And the like 80s mullet. The thing about the 80s mullet, it doesn't completely. It looks a bit like the Bakshi to me, and so I don't completely hate it. But it feels very out of place with everything else they have going on. Because the show very much is not like an 80s themed fantasy aesthetic. So anyway, it's yeah. I'm excited to see what the new season has in store. On all accounts. I will say that. I feel like we're gonna have some very interesting stuff happening. Okay, Galadriel feels mostly fixed to me. So we're gonna keep going. There's a lot of detail work that I need to do on his armor, especially. And I do have some issues with these clothing folds. Oh yeah, and the hands. Oh, the hands. That's gonna be a problem. I love the show, but my god, Gilgalad's hair is a sim level war crime. Oh. Oh, yeah. I want this Galadriel's dress so bad. Oh, it's based off of the one that she wore in Numenor for the horse girl scene on the beach. That's why I picked the blue. Where is my oil paint? There's my oil paintbrush. Okay, time to face those hands. I'm procrastinating, and thus I must do it. I'm gonna look at my reference. Because the hands here are quite good. And I'm gonna just do my best to try to fix them. And we'll see how it goes. If I get real quiet, it's just because I'm focusing real hard on these. That's too dark. That's too dark. Let's try... I see what some of the problem is, actually. How do I fix that where I am right now? Because I need to take... The shape of the this area is wrong, based on my reference. So I'm gonna take some of the background color and paint over. Oh no, I shouldn't do that because I'm gonna have to paint the background later. Let's see, what can I do? We'll go in here and erase maybe. And I'm gonna try to focus on the shape of the palm here and see if I can get it to something I'm happier with. And we've got more of that greenish color, or bluey. Not really sure what it is at this point, but... Okay. It doesn't match his costume, which is highly structured, so it looks extra off, unlike the other elves who have less structure in their outfits. Yeah, and that's the other thing, actually, that I was talking this over with Ellie, about the costuming. I really do think some of the costuming choices, in terms of the inconsistency, is down to them trying to have fashion choices. Because, both Galadriel and Gil-galad, along with having the longer hair, also have more structured clothing versus Elrond, Celebrimbor, Arondir, etc. having less structured clothing and short hair. And so that reads to me like they're trying to say that, well, Celebrimbor's not young, but maybe he's just trying to keep up with the kids. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be hip. But like that newer fashion choice that's going on in the Second Age is short hair, less structured clothing, and the older, maybe early Second Age, maybe First Age, Noldorin tradition is more of a structured clothing, long hair. That's the best explanation I can come up with to defend the choices. I don't hate it, but I'm also not fully happy with it, you know? I just wish... I feel like a lot of the costuming could have been improved by more structure to the clothes. Let's see. We have the hint of a finger here. Let's see if I can get that and have it not look weird. I'm gonna go up onto my correction layer. Because I've not been on my correction layer. I've been on my... Ooh, yeah. I've been on my other layer this whole time. Let's go in with my square painting brush. Just trying to fix these very AI art S-cans. This is still wrong, actually. Hang on. So we're gonna go in and do some more erasing. Because I'm measuring with my pencil and this line here, the wrist is like a straight. I'm gonna go onto my, hang on, my blue sketch layer. Which layer is that? This one. This one is my blue sketch layer. The line is like from the wrist to the pointer finger is more like that. And then the pointer finger is bending and coming around the rein. Like this, which is why we have this hint of the finger here. And then the rest of these fingers are wrapping around to hold it. So, which, you know, really ought to be obvious, but that's why this looks so funky. So then we have the shape of the palm. And the thumb I'm not too mad about. The thumb is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Okay. I think with that, I can now correctly paint this. I still have it on the wrong layer. Oh no. This is a mess. Lasso. We're going to cut and paste, so that we'll move that. And then that's my blue sketch layer. So I'm going to move this down and merge it with my layer. So now it's on my blue sketch layer. TLP is like, how do you do, fellow kids? Oh, a TLP just trying his best to leave the first stage behind. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I like that. But yeah, I do feel like I have to do a lot of apologetics for some of the choices that are made. Mostly, I'm just hoping that things will be more fleshed out and more consistent with Season 2. That's it. That's my main hope. Okay, we're going to erase that, since that doesn't go into my sketch line. And then we'll go back into my correction layer and start painting again. Oh, these hands are going to just be the death of me. Okay. We'll get this in here. And then I need to have the suggestion of the rain coming through the hand. But it's clear that she's holding it. Okay, that's already significantly better and less AI-ish. I am gonna just go a bit outside my blue sketch layer with this. I'm gonna darken this up a bit because it is on the underside of the hand. Alright. And this too, this fingertip. And we just need the suggestion of the fingernail in here. Which is not great yet, but we'll detail it up later. Or we can detail it up now, I suppose. God. Okay. Okay. Blue sketch layer is... I should label it. I should really label it. It's this one. So I'm going to go in and erase that part of my blue sketch. Okay. And really, I think this is just a bit too long, the fingertip. So I'm going to take it in just a bit. Oh, God. Yeah, this is way better. Okay. I really love the show, but it isn't uncritical love. I think the thing that bothers me is the bad faith criticism. Yeah, because there are a lot... The thing that irritates me about the bad faith criticism is that there are a lot of legitimate criticisms of the show. Like, legitimate criticisms that about story structure, about some of the lines are really, really clinky and odd and awkward. You know, there's things that I love about the costuming. There's things that I don't like about the costuming. I think they get elves much better than Peter Jackson ever did. But yeah, it just the bad faith criticism of the show really doesn't do anybody any favors. It's not very helpful. And yeah, it's irritating because there are a lot of things to actually criticize without being annoying about it and being actually constructive. Okay. Let's do this hand. Because good lord, does this hand need it. Alright. really don't think that curves around that way. I think it's more like this. And the thumb, I'm gonna do some erasing again on my base layer. And then do another little addition to my sketch up here. Because the thumb, now that I'm looking at it, has this curve like this. Oh, these are some bad hands. That's why we're fixing them. Yeah, I think the pacing is off in places. They tried to tell too many separate threads for the time they had available, and I hate the mystery box aspect of season 1. I think it actively makes the Stranger and Adar scenes worse. And one problem I think was that they were told they would have more episodes originally, and then they ended up getting less. So that is one reason for the truncated plotlines, especially in the end of the season. And also COVID threw a wrench in things. Yeah, especially with COVID, I think that's something that because a lot of people complain about the wigs and the hair, etc. And I think there's not enough people taking into account that there was a wig shortage and a hair shortage, and that definitely affected. I would not be surprised if certain characters were meant to have longer wigs, honestly, like Elrond or I don't know, and they just couldn't get them. So that's one thing to think about, is possible. And also, again, with the hair, I feel like people forget that first season's always like a little bit wonky. Like, if anybody remembers what the heck characters looked like at the beginning of Game of Thrones, those were like, Tyrion looked like he had a rat on his head. It was the ugliest wig I've ever seen. So, oh. Yeah, I love Aronwin so much too, and Arondir and Theo's relationship. It's so good. It's so, so, so good. I want Arondir teaching Theo like silly elvish song too. I also would love to see, I feel like we're really well primed for like, what my heart wants is I want Bronwyn and Elrond to interact on like a healer's level. I think that would be so good. I was very surprised. That was one of the things I was very surprised about, is that we really didn't see any indication that Elrond is a healer. And that's such a big part of his character. And I know, at the very least, that Robert Aramayo knows that, because Robert Aramayo has very firmly gone in and read the Silmarillion, read all of the like unfinished tales, read everything he could get his hands on, and he was very vocal on set about changes he wanted to make based off of canon and based off of Tolkien's writings. He's aware of Maedhros and Maglor, he's aware of Kidnap Fam, he's aware of Cirion, he's aware of everything about Elrond's character that potentially, possibly could ever come up, and he plays him that way. And so I was very surprised to not see any healer Elrond, and so I'm hoping that's something that is like he's gonna grow into, maybe, that we'll see him grow into. I would be excited for that. But yeah, I would really love, I would really, 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 really love that if we got like Bronwyn and Elrond interaction. That would be really cool. Okay. Man, these hands are giving me trouble today. But it's been a while since I've painted hands, in my defense. And not just sketched them. So. Okay. I think this is definitely an improvement so far. Like, we're getting there. This is not really the most straightforward direction that I could have taken to get to nice hands, but we're getting there. Come on. There we go. Rob is such a fanboy. Yeah, he sure is. Oh, yeah, I think it would be actually insane of them if we did not get Isildur and Elrond meeting, because we're primed for that, right? Like, Isildur is stuck in Middle-earth without anybody else. So I think they'd be insane. Like, he's just wandering around like that. So it would be honestly insane if they didn't have them meet next season. Ooh, Celeborn theories. So this is spoilers from stuff that has been revealed, because I do keep up on that. So, so fair warning, you may want to mute, but if you don't want any sort of spoilers at all. But I have seen that, like, there are going to be scenes between Celeborn, Annatar, Galadriel, and Elrond next season. That is something that they have said is going to happen. There's going to be scenes possibly between Adar, Celeborn, and Sauron and Galadriel, like all of them. So I really genuinely think that Celeborn is being held hostage somewhere, and Galadriel has to go rescue him. I genuinely think that's what's going to happen. Because there's no other explanation, right? For him disappearing after going to fight Sauron and not being found, and then suddenly showing up. That's... And Galadriel thinking that he's dead. That's my best thought. Is that he is being held hostage somewhere, and that's going to be revealed next season. Because I can't think of any other good explanation. Yeah, this is better. Wait, actually, hang on. The light is hitting up top this way. So Something like that. Something like that. And then, I need some blue. Yeah, that's my theory as well. Yeah, that I think that he's either I hope that he doesn't have an amnesia because I would not like that as a plot. But that's my thought. I'm very excited for the proposed Elrond and Adar interactions next season. I think that's going to be very interesting. Um, I don't I know that they're going to get into like a fight, but that's about it. So I'm very, very excited for that. And interested to see where that's going to go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely better. I'm gonna go in with more red here. So I think it needs it. Avoiding spoilers so you step away for a bit. Yeah, that's totally fair. Totally fair. Okay. And then I just need to lighten up some areas on the hand. And then we'll be done with this one, for now at least. But yeah. A lot of this is also just me trying to simplify the shapes that I already had in here. Because it was getting kind of muddled. This is still kind of serving me AI art hands. I might have to fuss with them off stream later, but I'm trying to figure out why that is. But yeah, good enough for now. We'll move on. Oh Oh, you gotta go now. All right, have a good rest of your night. Give your kitty lots of attention from me. Lots of kissies. All right. All right, so Galadriel's hands, much better now. Much improved. We're gonna move on to Halbrand's. Yeah, I'm still not fully happy with, her face feels a little bit flat to me. Too. So that's another thing I need to work on, I think. But we're gonna move on to these hands. So, and I did change this hand pose. I don't know though. I kind of like the references hand pose better. I might paint over it and just start over. Let me get my blue sketch back out again. Let's see here. That is my blue sketch. Yeah. Okay. So, because I really like this wrist shape that we have here. I think it's really interesting. So. I'm gonna try to get that. Try to capture it a little bit. I'm also trying to pay attention to this negative space here. Which is why I realized that my thumb shape is wrong. Because it's very much just kind of a triangle like that. And then we've got the pointer finger. And the middle finger goes over the... I don't know what you call this, actually. This piece. And then the rest of the fingers are more like that. Let's see. Construction line is just an arc. And that should get me pretty close. And then we've got like a line here. And the rest. I think I can paint that. Okay, so I'm going to actually take this color here for the horse and use that first. And then go in here as well. Just make my life easier. Okay. And actually the highlight is, let's see, back to my sketch. The highlight is like on the ball of the wrist here and here. And there's a little bit for the fleshy pad here on the thumb and on the knuckle is where that highlight is there. And yeah, the shadow's more like that. Harness, thank you. The word was escaping me. Yeah, that's it. Ah, wrong layer. Okay. So I'm gonna start with my base tone, which is somewhere more around here. I'm gonna cool it down a bit though. And kind of paint the shape of the hand in real quick. this is a convex curve. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and start adding highlights in some areas. Which, it looks like nothing right now, but it's a breastplate. Today I learned. Thank you so much, Meta. One thing I really liked about season 1 was the landscape. Yeah, Numenor was beautiful, and the amount of work that they put into making Numenor feel lived in was beautiful. I also felt that way about Khazad-dûm, like the little shots that we got of like how they were growing crops down there was so cool. Okay. And this shadow is very blue, bluey green. So I'm gonna pull more that direction. And it looks like absolutely nothing now, but we will get there. And I'm actually going to paint in this negative space. Between the fingers. Okay. Still looks like nothing. But this highlight extends all the way, essentially, down to the finger. Yeah, the locations were gorgeous. They really were. And the doors were the best part of Rings of Power, and I cannot... Yeah, me too! They were so good. The art, the architecture. Oh. Yeah, I know what's going to happen next season, and I am not prepared. I'm so not prepared. I'm trying very hard to steel myself but it's hard. I promise this will look like something eventually. Very much in the ugly stage.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, prep to ATO.
Nice to be in orbit.
Yeah, F in chat for real. I do laugh. I've been seeing a lot of quite a lot of comments from directors warning people that this will be darker and than season 1. And honestly, my reaction to that was like knowing what parts of the plot they're pulling from. Was like, I sure hope it is, because otherwise you're not doing it right. It doesn't mean that I'm ready for it, but I fully expect that it should be painful. You know what I mean? So if it's not, then my greatest fear is that certain characters who are meant to die next season will die off screen because they are too afraid of showing what happens to them. And that would be like such a disservice to everything. That's my, oh my gosh. That's my biggest fear, is that that will happen. And I will be extremely upset because they deserve better. They deserve to have that ending. So yeah, that's what I'm mostly concerned about, is that they won't go hard enough for some of the things that they need to go hard on. Okay. Been fussing with this hand for so long, it's just driving me insane. Where? Okay. Blend that out. Blend that out. No, that's not your fever, Meta. There is some space landing like noises in there in the mix. But it is very violent, and with regards to television ratings, like it's not that I want to see it. It's they don't need to go as hard as Tolkien did, but I just worry that, to me, one of the formative parts of that character's ending is how steadfast he is in defense of his friends. And I want to see him be steadfast. if that makes any sense. I think he deserves that bit of limelight. So, yeah. Just as long as he doesn't die off screen. They don't need to go quite as hard as Tolkien did, but as long as he's not dying off screen, I'll be happy. Okay. Now we're getting here. Getting somewhere. Still have never seen The Crown of Gold from Game of Thrones. Yeah, that was an intense scene, honestly. Yeah, we need to see the lengths he goes to protect people. Yeah. Like, I don't need to see all of it, but I want to see it in some ways. I'm glad that's tracking. I must admit, I do have a quite a high tolerance for some violence. I don't necessarily have a tolerance for hyper-realistic gore. I really struggled with some scenes in House of the Dragon, with the hyper-realistic gore that they had. It was impressive from an effect standpoint, but I did struggle. Yeah. I'm going like too hard in there, I think. Yeah. I was going a bit too deep with that line. Oh, now I've blended too much. Fussing, fussing, fussing. I feel like I'm not understanding well how to do this thumb. In terms of, I feel like my brain is not really understanding the shapes that are there because they are so dark. The values are so close. Because the rest of the fingers I'm starting to be happy with. The thumb is really giving me a headache. there's a triangle of space here. And then kind of an opposing triangle. And then more light. And then another triangle. I think that's the best I'm gonna get right now. I'll have to look at it more closely later. Okay, well, if we ignore the thumb, it's a decent hand. I'll come back to that thumb. Mostly because it is vexing me, so we'll move on. But yeah, imagine the concern trolling bad faith criticism that this isn't Tolkien, it's too violent. For real! That just tells you people haven't read the Somme. Yeah, and again, like with certain things in film and movies that like I'm chill with, like yeah, there's a lot that I am chill with. I think there's a lot of noises that I can't handle, and then there's a lot of like gore that I can't handle. But like I really did not appreciate seeing, like, for people who watch House of the Dragon, I really did not appreciate seeing Joffrey's turned to meat jelly head after Kristen Cole beat the shit out of him at the wedding. I did not appreciate having that on my screen. I appreciate it from an effects standpoint. They blew it out of water. But I could have done without seeing that, honestly. That was a lot for me. Yeah. Ooh. But in general, I tend to have a pretty high tolerance for some violence. Though there were certain parts, even with Rondir's fight scene with that orc in the attack on the village, that were a lot for me, honestly. That was really intense. I struggle with bone breaking noises, bone snapping noises, partially because I have had bone issues in my life, and so that, I think it's a little bit triggering for me, honestly. That's not too dramatic to say. It can be a lot. I tend to reflexively grab my knees whenever I hear a noise like that. Let's see, where's that blue sketch? That's here. Let's get rid of it. Okay, really that thumb's not that bad once I'm zoomed out. I probably still want to go and hyperanalyze and hyperfix it, but let's see, on a zoomed out perspective, there's a bit of highlight that I'm missing that I want to get in there, and then I will, oops, wrong layer, and then I will move on. Because right here. Okay. Let's move on to this very AI art ass looking hand. So that's my reference. So I'm gonna go back to my blue sketch as we've been doing. And sketch out the shapes that I'm seeing here. That is just a triangle, essentially. The palm. It's like that kind of shape. And then we really only are seeing 3 fingers. I think that's good enough for my recreation purposes. I did have the tree trunk far too close, and I'm realizing that now, so that's going to affect how I do this. Need to rewatch Rings of Power again. Haven't watched it. Yeah, I recently just like rewatched it while I was doing art, just on as background noise, and so good, so good. Yeah, the ice squig scene was it. I'm usually pretty okay with like things getting near eyes. Ellie is not. She can't handle that. That was a lot for me. It was pretty intense. I did really enjoy, however, getting to see an elf do martial arts. I feel like that's something that we never have really gotten to see before in a piece of media. And it makes sense, obviously, to have a fighter doing some martial arts. But I don't know, it was just cool seeing an elf do hand-to-hand combat like that. I feel like it's something that we've never seen before, so... Sure. There's apparently chicken. Ellie's gonna be a deer and bring me some. Okay. Onto this hand. Let's see if I can fix it. So again, I'm gonna just kind of like blob it in, and then we'll go in for... Ooh, not happy with that stroke. Yeah, they do kind of release them at odd times. We had a really fun time with our Discord group, going and just doing a watch together. And then we did all of the three Peter Jackson movies as well, and that was a really good time.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston Press to ATO.
Okay. That's blobbed in. I'm gonna go and erase this here. And that there. And that there. Okay.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0, Discovery, go and throttle up.
And let's get
Discovery 4 computers
some
now
main
have
shapes in
primary
here.
control of critical vehicle functions.
This underside here is very red. So I'm gonna go with a much warmer tone. Okay. What is Discord? It's I guess it's like private chat rooms, I suppose. I mean, I'm kind of too old to really understand Discord as well. The best way that I would explain it is like old school forums. That's what they remind me of. I used to be on forums all the time, and it reminds me of old school forums where you can text with it, but I use it to text people all the time, but in terms of like group Discord, you get an invite. It's very much like being on old school forums with like chat rooms and Oh, bye, Hannah. Have a good night. And Harmony. Okay. Yeah, with like message boards essentially for specific topics. That's how it's organized. It's really organized like old school forums. So you just get like an invite from a mod to join one, and then you're just kind of there and people chat, and it's a community hangout space essentially. So yeah, and I like it because you can do like group video calls. So like that's how we shared Rings of Power, was essentially I think I was the one who was streaming it mostly, but I just shared my screen with Firefox and played. Yeah, it was built to replace Skype. Yeah, I just built like a screen share and shared Firefox with Amazon with my Rings of Power files playing, and screen shared with the whole group, and then everybody sat there on voice chat and just chatted and watched. And it was really good. It was really chill. Okay, we got some sub scatter. Actually, whoops. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Yeah, I feel like it's like if Reddit and Skype had a baby, essentially. It's or like Slack, if you're familiar with using Slack for like work. Like Skype, Slack, and Reddit had a baby. Yeah, I miss our watch sessions too. We gotta get back into that. I'm excited. I think it would be kind of fun to just watch the new season together. Okay. Okay, this is getting... I definitely have not drawn this at the same angle as in my reference photo, but I'm kind of not bothered about it. I am going to get rid of this here. And we're going to get more red in there, because he's got a lot of red in this hand. Oops. Whoa. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. I'm going to go back in with some highlights, redefine some shapes. I'm not fully happy with this yet. I know I've been saying that a lot about this painting, but... there's a tilt to this hand that I feel like I'm not capturing well. So I'm trying to figure out how to capture that. Actually, I'm realizing that I have the highlight on the thumb in the wrong spot. Actually, the highlights and the shadows in the wrong spot. So that's definitely contributing to it. And then... oof. Oh man. Yeah, I had to mute the situation with the Tolkien groups. I've had to mute some stuff too. I've been thinking about just swapping our Rings of Power Discord channel to being, or me and Ellie were talking about this, about swapping it to be like just a general Tolkien server, but specifically Rings of Power friendly. Because I feel like there's a real dearth of that sort of thing. And also it might help keep the Discord server a little bit more active if it was less specific to Rings of Power, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's... people have been really not great about Rings of Power, and it's disappointing, to say the least. Because, like, I don't mind if you don't like something. That's your prerogative to not like it. But... like, the bad faith discourse is, yeah, it's quite irritating. Okay, I feel like that's better. Sure. I'm still not fully happy with it, but I'm gonna go through and darken up some of these areas that need to be darkened. But this is the longest I've spent on a hand recently. Or hands in general. Okay. Yeah, very much not happy with that, but I'll fix it probably off stream, because now I'm obsessing. But it's still like giving me AI or energy. It's alright. We'll move on. Yeah, I run one. It is pretty dead right now, but I enjoy that it's only a small amount of people, so it doesn't get overwhelming for me. And everybody's generally pretty chill. So I need to send a couple more invites out actually, because we've been meaning to get a few more people on there. So yeah, you guys message me if you want an invite to it. It is, again, it's pretty dead right now, but you know, I'm sure it'll pick back up as the season comes out, because we'll have more things to talk about. So okay, I'm gonna stop looking at that hand. It's driving me insane now because I can't figure out how to fix it. So it is much better than it was, but it's still not great. So we're gonna just move on. How long? Ooh, we've been streaming for 2 hours already. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. And it's been almost mostly hands. Almost completely hands. Oh my goodness. Oh. What a time. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think you guys just watched me do a bunch of hands, and I think I'm gonna close stream. I'm getting tired. So, this was great. If you guys do want an invite to the server, just message me, and I can set you up with an invite. Yeah, just let me know. But this was good. I made significant progress, I feel like, on this painting. There's still things I'm definitely not happy with, and there's a lot of rendering to be done, but, you know, this was a chill stream. Just chatting about Rings Power, hanging out. So, thank you to everybody who dropped by and chatted. And this was a really fun active chat too. I really appreciate that. It's much easier to do this stream when there's an active chat. So thank you to everybody who's been chatting and talking and being a good sport. So yeah. I will see you guys again. Gaming stream is happening Wednesday. Same time, so 4:30 to 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We'll be doing more Project Zomboid with Elrond. I might switch it up one of these days and do another game for a break, but so far we've been having a lot of fun with Project Zomboid. So, and then we'll be back doing more art on next Friday, a week from today. So, yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Hope you guys have a great weekend, that it is restful, is filled with light and love. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.